Welcome back, everyone. Another storied day in markets, starting off with geopolitics cooling off, but the market not really caring. Here's the S&P E-minis in that long-term uptrend channel headed towards the center of its range. Now, below that center marker, which is roughly in the 73.90 area, there's trouble below. The Nasdaq indeed opened the door below its center of range, but has tried its darndest to come right back up above it. Let's get zoomed in on both of these patterns. We'll start off with the ES, of course. Let's zoom into the hard right edge and see where it's located and what the technicals say about direction. We had a dip down to a weekly pivot level. It's a Fibo pivot line sitting at the 74.16 area, shy of the lows that we saw on Thursday last week, and we did not engage with the center of the channel sitting in the lower 73.90s. So we still have not come down to make lower lows versus the lows made at the back end of June. How's the Nasdaq faring? Well, against that center of channel, we did breach it in today's trade. Let's see where it stands as of now, slightly above the center line. The center line resides in the 28,115 area. And if we do happen to close below there, a follow-on move down becomes more likely before any such bounce could take place. However, if we find ourselves coming back up and grabbing a hold of the center mass of the weekly pivot range, the center mass being between 28,620 and 28,520 roughly, if we find ourselves coming back to grab a hold of that, it does imply more upside potential. Now, is this market signaled to go up or signaled to go down? The signals are down, but the pattern suggests, hey, we're in a market waiting for Mag 7 stocks and the Fed. So Mag 7 stock earnings happen starting on Wednesday with Microsoft and Meta. On Thursday, Apple and Amazon. The Fed is Wednesday afternoon. What's the technical picture on the S&P E-minis, the primary market, the market that is not as poor in its position against structures and patterns as the Nasdaq is? Nonetheless, it has seen 2 days of closes below the bottom of the MSR channel, and we've got the PTC pattern in play. It's not fully engageable as of yet, as we need 2 days sequentially closing lower, or 1 day with the double red dots above the price action. A minimum of 3 signals are required. We have that in. We're left with a down. We do need to see 2 days sequentially lower, and then the primary market would be in a similar signal spot to the Nasdaq E-minis. The Nasdaq E-minis have already come into that spot. Here's the daily chart. We can see the oscillating triangles. Those are the triple S signals. A minimum of 3 are required. We're left with a down, and we want to see price action moving below the bottom of the MSR channel for 2 days in a row. We got that already. We saw it cool off, but then the double red dots came into play, and down the hatch the market's gone. Can this market hold up? It's oversold enough to hold up. However, the technical signals are still in a negative state, suggestive of downside risk. What's the saving grace for the market? Well, it really is all about oil and the chatter on the geopolitical front. If we go and take a look at the CLU contract, the September contract for oil, it gapped down on Sunday night. It did have a double bottom bounce, did not get into the gap fill territory, and down the hatch it went. Now, we did see the Nasdaq fill its gap up, and now it's trying to re-rise again, and oil remains in a downward action. We do need to see substantially lower lows to continue that downtrend, and certainly don't want to see the CLU contract back up above the $83.25 marker. That would put us on the other side of this overall range in terms of a volume profile and suggest that there's more downside risk for the market. Now, I've been using very particular patterns to trade the market intraday today. And one of those patterns I was describing to you at the beginning of the video, the pre-trade conditioning pattern, or the PTC pattern, it's appeared several times in markets already in this session. Here's an example of it. We had an up, we had a down, we had an up, not separated by more than 6 bars. And then we saw price get above the MSR channel with the double green dots below price action, opening the door to take the trade right there. Now, it did rise, but then started to languish, but the double green dots remained in play, keeping us alive in that trade and allowing for a rise up into the 74 high 30s. The trade did cool off and we got a slingshot signal, a down, an up, and in immediate term, within the first few minutes from that slingshot signal, we got the double green dots and price action above the top of the MSR channel, and that trade has taken the market to where I'm recording this video right now, from the 74.32 area up into the 74.55 area. So I've been using trading tactics like these slingshot moves and, of course, the pre-trade conditioning pattern to help me with day trading individual accounts, one at a time, with single contract trades. And I've been able to gross another 4-digit gain on the day, just under $1,600, just above $1,585, trading 1, 2, 3, 4 separate accounts individually with one contract size trades, and most of that in front of folks in the active trader room and or live on WealthCharts. So a pattern that's certainly worthwhile learning about, and it's something I'm going to be teaching you all about this Wednesday. So join me by going to becomeabettertrader.com this Wednesday, July the 29th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Pacific. I can't wait to see you there, where I'm going to be sharing with you these incredible strategies, these high probability strategies that I'm using in a market that is highly tradable, and it stands to be highly tradable as we move through the week. It's a do not miss session. It's not a recorded session. It's a live session, and I can't wait to see you there. Again, go get your seat at becomeabettertrader.com/yes. I can't wait to see you there and share my insights, my tools, my tactics and strategies in markets, and look forward to giving you that insight such that you can take advantage of it in this highly tradable market. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in videos just like these. And of course, I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday in that very special session. Go to becomeabettertrader.com/yes and get your seat now. Thank you for watching, and have an incredible rest of your trading day.